Y'all know we're getting serious today because I got my note cards, my pen, and my chalkboard. So we're going to talk about some pretty important stuff here. So pay attention, and we'll get started here in just a second. But let me tell you first who I am and what we're talking about. My name is Cindy. I am the Metro Lead for the Nashville market for Shipt, and I come to you at least twice a week with some tips and tricks for getting through your Shipt shops and how to be the best shopper that you can possibly be. Well, today is a big topic. So first I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I want you to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm going to tell you why. So we're talking about crashes today, app crashes, because you know what? Sometimes these things happen and we don't know how to handle them. And especially if you're new to Shipt, what do you do? So I'm going to walk you through that, all right? So why do I want you to subscribe? Because sometimes, if I can, if I'm able, then I can go on live on YouTube. There's literally no way I can possibly be in every Facebook group all the time, and headquarters doesn't have time to deal with me trying to post in the lounge because they're handling that. That's their job, and that's what they do. So I do try to go live in my Nashville groups. If you're not in there, you're welcome to join if you're from another metro, but you may not want to because there's such a thing as too many groups, right? So just go ahead and hit subscribe. And if I can, during some type of outage, whether it's with the Amazon servers or the payment system or with the Shipt app itself or phone systems at a store or payment systems at a store or something like that. Because here's the thing, guys, it's not always in Shipt's control how and when or why things get fixed. So go ahead and hit that subscribe, and I will do my best when I know of an outage to get on here live and kind of walk you through here's what Shipt is telling us right now, here's what you can do, and kind of encourage and walk you through that process. All right, so let's dive right on in. All right, first thing we're going to discuss is, what if something goes down? You don't know what's going on. You can't pay. Your app's spinning. You can't log in. You can't pay at the store, etc., etc. You can't get through to chat. Why can't you get through to chat? If you've been a Shipt shopper for any amount of time at all and ever had to call in or chat in for help on a normal day, you know that we get that assistance pretty quickly, and it's not generally a problem to get through with speed. Now, here's the thing, if there's a crash or a problem, there's gonna be a long wait and hold time on chat. Why? Because there are thousands, literally thousands of other shoppers all over the country trying to get through to chat at the same time. So breathe. If you're sitting there on a long hold wait time, just breathe. If you can keep your chat connected or your call on hold or however you reached out to Shipt, do that. Just hold it and be patient. So then, while you're waiting, click on over to your Facebook and look at the Shipt Shopper Lounge or your local group, because it's very likely that someone else is having the same issue and someone has already posted about it. Headquarters usually puts a post up, we're aware of the issue, yada, yada, yada. Now, if you're the first person to experience, and I do hope you chat in and let them know, so hey, there's a problem. So, but the problem is that if we all chat or call in with the exact same issue, then those shoppers who are having other issues, like I need to release an order or whatever, I can't get a hold of my customer to deliver and things like that, they can't then get through and fulfill their current orders. So we can go to the Facebook lounge or our local groups and get some information there on what to do. You can also, again, subscribe here, and I will do my best. Now, please understand that nobody pays me to do these videos, so I cannot guarantee that I'll be there. I may be in the middle of, personal life, because I do have one, not much of one, but I have one, okay? So I do try, I'll do my best. But, and also if I'm not home, I can't go live, but if enough of you subscribe, then I'll be able to do that from my phone. But for now, I can only do it from home. So, so go and check there, the Facebook lounge, and your local group, and see if there's information there. And then you can find out exactly what is going on, and that can tell you what you need to do, okay? So now let's talk about some different scenarios. So if you find the information, back up. If you are able to get information from Facebook or whatever other source, or by texting a friend shopper or something like that, then you can go ahead and release your chat, because you already know what the problem is. So you're not alerting them to anything, and there's really not anything that they can do. Now, if you need to release your order because of the issue, then that's when you want to stay on chat, okay? Or call or whatever. So let's say it's an issue with payments. So two different scenarios here. One is the store payment system is down. That is completely out of our control, out of Shipt's control, out of headquarters control. They can't do anything about that. All we can do is just be patient and wait. Now, sometimes during the holidays, like especially on Black Friday, credit card systems and things like that run a little slower because there are so many transactions trying to go through at the same time. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about literally their payment systems are down. And this happened recently at one of our stores. I won't name it because I don't want to call the store, because I love that store. But the payment system went down for this particular store. So all you can do there is just wait. Just wait and update your customer, let them know what's going on, and be patient. If you need to release your order because you have to be somewhere or some other personal reason, then that's when you want to hop on chat and say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm going to need you to release me from that order. You could also post in your if you do release an order in that situation, if you don't have a lot of cold and perishable stuff, you can post maybe in your local group and say, hey, I'm about to release an order from this store, not with your customer's address, from this store. Let me know if you claim it, because I have it shopped. I just can't wait to be able to deliver, et cetera, et cetera. And then that shopper can come in and just pick up the order, the basket, or whatever, if they're close by. What you don't, of course, want to do is leave perishable items sitting out there. So you may need to put those back. And what you also don't want to do in that situation is leave that basket for the store to take care of, restocking. Just use the time that you would have to deliver to put those things back. Now, some people are going to give me some flack on that opinion, but here's the thing. You personally, forget Shipt also too, but you personally have a relationship with that store. And the more respect you show for them, especially on this day that is a major issue for them, the more respect and courtesy you show to them, the more they're going to show to you personally, and to Shipt shoppers as a whole, but also to you personally. So you want to make sure that you're respectful to them. So what if it's not the store? What if it's the actual Shipt payment system? Again, same thing. You have options. You can wait it out, which could be 5 minutes, could be a couple hours, don't know. I've rarely ever seen this problem, and it did happen recently, but it was taken care of. It took a little while this time, but so you have options. This is one of those issues where we don't need chat clogged up if everybody's trying to write in for the same issue, because that shopper who can't pay needs to be able to get through to release the order. So your option is to wait it out, or to pay for the order yourself and then submit for reimbursement. If you can't find the link, you should be able to find that on the Shopper Hub. If you can't find the link for reimbursement, comment below and I will send that to you in a private message. I'm not gonna just put that here in the YouTube comments. But you can pay yourself and they will reimburse you pretty quickly. So the thing is, though, that not all of us have the option or ability to pay for an order, whether it's $30 or $300 or $400. We can't always do that and take it out of our personal accounts or credit cards or whatever else you're using to pay. So please don't ever feel pressured to do that or bad about not being able to do that. That's okay. This is where you want to get on chat and just hold and be patient. And I know a lot of people get frustrated because I'm not getting paid to just sit here and wait. Well, guys, here's the thing. It's kind of part of the job, and sometimes there are more lucrative days than others, and sometimes there's stuff we have to deal with like this that just are what they are. But the bottom line is Shipt is handling all this stuff for us, and we don't have to. All we have to do is show up and go to work. So just kind of keep that in mind. But so again, nobody wants you to spend money that you don't have, obviously, to pay for an order for a customer. But we'll talk more about that in just a minute, about customer service and taking care of your end user customer, all right? So 2 more topics. So it's not going to be as long as I thought it was. Most important end user is your customer at the end of the day, is your customer. No, it's not you. No, it's not Shipt. It's your customer that you are delivering to. So how do you handle an outage or a problem with your customer? I have preached it till I'm blue in the face, y'all. Communication, 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 and a smile. Communication, communication, and a smile. Just keep smiling. Take a deep breath. Whatever you need to do to calm yourself, text your customer, call your customer, say, hey, I'm sorry, we're having a little bit of an issue with our servers, with our system. You don't need to go into detail. They don't care. They just need to know that there's a delay and that there's an issue, what it's about. If you know how long it's going to be until it might be resolved, great. You can also offer to have their order rescheduled if the delay is going to cause them an inconvenience. They will appreciate you reaching out and letting them know instead of just standing there and panicking. This is also a good time to plug cooler bags. Where's my cooler bag brigade? Y'all go ahead and let me know. So it's a good reason to bring your cooler bags in the store, because you could be standing at the register for a little bit. So if it's a problem with the Shipt app and something's going on there, you can't shop your order, you're kind of stuck. Until it gets resolved. But if you can check out and process the order, if there's something going on with like mark and delivered, or some people can't see their orders, but if you can see your list, if you can pay and process that order, you are free to head on out and deliver. Okay? Now, sometimes Shipt will say, if you can check out, go and deliver. But that information you need to get from Shipt. I can't tell you to just go deliver without processing the order. Shipt's going to post that somewhere and let you know if it's okay to do that. It's really literally going to depend on the status of the issue, whether or not they issue that permission. Okay? So, but basically the general rule of thumb is if you can check out successfully and process your order, you may go and deliver and not worry about the other stuff. They'll take care of it later, okay? And now that kind of segues into our next topic. So what will Shipt do to kind of deal with the issue in the aftermath, okay? So first of all, I know it's a bigger company than it used to be, but what I find is that they see how these issues affect us, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you they're perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Are you perfect? I'm not perfect. So, but I want you to understand that once they finish dealing with the issue, I assure you they're going to come back and assess what happened, how did this impact our shoppers, how did this impact our customers, and they're going to find a way to handle it, okay? Sometimes they will issue blanket acceptance rate forgiveness, sometimes they will issue blanket late forgiveness, sometimes they will issue both. And so if you do not need to necessarily write in or chat or call about this issue, because that's another one of those things that kind of clogs up the system and slows down response time and help time. So what I want you to do is just wait like 12, 24 hours or something like that. We usually get a post or information about that pretty quickly, but the thing you have to remember is that Shipt is also dealing with the aftermath of frustrated customers. So just be patient and wait, and they'll take care of it. It may not happen today. That's okay, guys. I know it's frustrating. I know you want your stats to be perfect. I know you don't want that AR hit today. I don't care if they're going to fix it tomorrow, yada, yada, yada. Guys, just breathe. It's not the end of the world, and I can feed you the it'll roll off thing till I'm blue in the face, but I know that in that moment, it's very frustrating, especially when you're working hard to maybe maintain or pull up your AR. So, just understand that they will come back to it, and and let us know what they're gonna do for us, okay? I'm not gonna come live and tell you what that is. I may add it to the comments or something, or some of you can if you want to. But what I will do, so again, go ahead and hit that subscribe, is if there is an outage, I can come live and tell you exactly what's going on, if I'm available, and kind of tell you how you need to proceed and deal with the situation. So based on my experience and proclamations from Shipt, okay? I've lived through several outages and crashes and things like that, but you also got to remember that there's so many different applications feeding into ours that can be an issue, okay? So here we go. Let's summarize most important things, all right? Okay, here we go. This is how we handle it. First of all, don't clog up chat if it could potentially be a known issue. Now go ahead and hop on chat if you want to, and if you're not sure if everybody knows about this, etc. But if you're already on chat, go ahead and check your Facebook groups if you have a long hold time, etc. Or if you can, check your Facebook group first and find out if this is a ongoing issue. I don't mind. Now, the lounge is not going to approve a post for support, so you'll want to do this if you need to ask a question, that you'll want to do in your local groups, okay? So check Facebook. Now, some of you aren't even on Facebook. That's okay. I would highly recommend, if you're not on Facebook, by golly, just set up a Facebook account just so you can get in these groups, and don't use it for anything else. I don't care. But it's a great tool for you to get, excuse me, quick information. So second, last plug, subscribe right here, because I'm going to try to keep you updated, and sometimes we might have some guests, and that's always fun. If you want to be a guest, comment, let me know. Third, I know some of my people get irritated when I say breathe. That's breath. Breathe. Yes, I'm a grammar Nazi. Breathe. Take a deep breath, relax, handle the situation, be awesome. There is no need to panic. Panicking, getting upset, and irritated is not going to help you, most importantly, and it's not going to help anybody. Don't need anybody yelling at the Xteam. Don't need anybody yelling at the store. Don't need anybody yelling at me. Thank goodness nobody yells at me too often, so maybe I'm doing something right. I don't know. But breathe, take a deep breath, deal with it, move on. So next, customer focus. Can't say it enough. Oh, I did not go over this. I'm so sorry. Let's back up. Customer focus is number one. Your end user is your game. So after you have checked everything, taken a deep breath, don't forget, oh, I did deal with that. I don't even know. So take a deep breath and deal with your customer and make sure that you communicate, because whatever you may think your worth is and what you should be paid for this moment, you are in a customer service job in a customer service industry, and you know what? You're a rock star and you're awesome at it. And I know you have a personal life and you have other responsibilities and you have bills and you have all of these other things. I get that. I know. I understand completely. But understand, you are in the customer service industry. So your end game for your income, for your sanity, for your day, is to make sure that you are communicating kindly, calmly, rationally with your customer. We've got a delay, we've got a problem, bear with me, I'm working on it. Excuse me, again, I did go over this, yay. So ask them, you know, do we need to reschedule your order, etc., etc. Also, last thing, Shipt will assess the situation and get back to us on how they're going to handle. Isn't that just beautiful writing? So they're going to assess it and they're going to get back to us and let us know what kind of assistance they're going to give us. So to all of my people in Nashville, you get a special shout out today, because I think it was, I had a lot of stuff going on that day. Was it Wednesday that we had the meetup? Can't even remember. I had appointments starting very early that day, and then we had a meetup, and then I had some other personal things, and then had to be at church with the elementary age for a couple of hours, and that's very draining to me personally. Not that it's bad, I love it, it's so fun, but all of that for me in one day is so draining. And then I'm home and I'm trying to get my kids ready for bed, etc., etc., and all this crash is happening. So I hopped on my Facebook group, and I begged my people whom I love to please, I gave my quick little rundown of what was going on, and then everybody jumped in and helped me because I asked them, probably not because I asked them to, really just because you're awesome, but I asked everybody to just handle this so they're not sitting there waiting for something from me. And if you're a Metro lead watching for this, please delegate, because y'all know we're not paid for all of this stuff. We're paid for some of the stuff we're doing, not all of it, not a lot of it, not, you know. So when you're a Metro lead or someone who's an admin in your Facebook group or something like that is not available, guys, we're not anybody special. And if you have information that is helpful and beneficial to the group, please jump in and answer those questions and help each other. And I love, love, love how well my Nashville group did that on Wednesday. Y'all were amazing and rock stars, and it was so nice. Like, I didn't even check again before I went to bed and went to sleep. I didn't check again until the next morning. You guys were absolute rock stars and took really great care of each other. Something else that you can do is to, if you see a shopper in the store that doesn't know what to do when there's an outage, please help them and guide them through, walk them through the process. All right. So that's it for today. I think that's all I have until Tuesday. So let me know in the comments what you do, maybe that I didn't cover when there's an outage, how you help each other, et cetera, or maybe how someone helped you if you're newer to Shipt, or even if it was back in the days when you were new. Let me know how that person helped you. And also, I have a list of Tip Tuesday things, but I'd love to know what kind of things you want to see. I still need to do my second part of text messages for customers, so maybe we'll do that, but that one takes quite a time, so we'll kind of see how the day goes, the week goes, if I'm able to put that all together. So be patient with me on that one. Part 2 is coming soon. All right, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day.